Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and I was always told I had a voice for radio, so today we are bringing you some news. And you might be thinking, hang on a second, Ross, it's like an hour since you did a news video. Yes, it is. But unfortunately, I finished my news video about Zero Aura and a bunch of new products being released, and then I went and had a quick look around the internet, and the lovely people over at Chaos Cards have leaked some information about our August set. So what am I going to do? Not bring you that information? That would be reckless, unlike the speculation. And unfortunately, as with any of these videos, there is going to inevitably be an element of speculation, but I am going to keep it all based around what we know for certain and what we don't know for certain, but we know. So shout out to Chaos Cards for bringing us the information. I may or may not be sponsored by Chaos Cards, who knows? So, they have told us that our August set is going to be coming on August the 3rd, 2018. Oh, wait a second. Isn't that the exact date that I've predicted on numerous occasions? Yes, it is. It's not rocket science. They come out on the first Friday of every month. For instance, our November set will be Friday the 2nd of November. But it's still nice to have it confirmed. And it is going to be called Celestial Storm, which is a little bit snappier than the Japanese name, Charisma of the Wrecked Sky. Clearly, they're very similar names, same kind of imagery going on, although Charisma of the Wrecked Sky is a little bit more grand than Celestial Storm. Now, we do have some information about Japan's Sun and Moon 7. I've shared that with you in a previous video. But it's all now starting to come together. Now, the other great news is that Chaos Cards have told us 5 GXs have been officially confirmed as being included in the set. Although we know there's going to be a couple more. I'll share them with you in a minute. Articuno Gx confirmed. Blaziken Gx confirmed. Sizzle Gx confirmed. Stakataka Gx confirmed. And Rayquaza Gx confirmed. Now, if we look at the Japanese pack for Sun and Moon 7, we see Stakataka and Rayquaza right there on the pack, so the fact that they are going to be in this set should not be terribly surprising. Similarly, this pretty much confirms that Champion Road, the Japanese mini set, is going to be in our Sun and Moon 7, because Articuno Gx is coming in that particular set. I have done a video about Articuno Gx. I shall pop a link in the description. And the general rule is that we get them all pumped in together. So, the fact that we're getting Articuno Gx in Champion Road and in Celestial Storm means that Champion Road is being chucked into Celestial Storm. So that, of course, leads us with the other storm, the Dragon Storm. And although it's not 100% confirmed, I think it's fair to say at this stage Dragon Storm will not be part of Celestial Storm. Reason very simply is our Sun and Moon 7 is going to be Japan's Sun and Moon 7 and Champion Road. Chucking in Dragon Storm as well would be too much. Now, that's not to say that they won't. We could just have a giant monster set, although that is unlikely. It is far more likely that Dragon Storm will be coming as its own mini set. No confirmation, but as I've said, we've never had more than one Japanese mini set in with our main set. And since we are getting Champion Road, that should tell us quite clearly that we're not getting Dragon Storm. But the fact that we are getting Champion Road tells us that Salamence GX is going to be in this set as well, because we have had it confirmed that Salamence GX is going to be in Champion Road. I tell you what, I did a video about that as well. I'll pop a link to that in the description as well. Think of it like a nice little watching list for after the video. Go check out Articuno and Japan Sun and Moon 7 and what's the other one? Salamence and all of that. So even though Salamence isn't in the press release, it is pretty much guaranteed to be in there, because if Articuno from Champion Road is, then Salamence from Champion Road is as well. The last 2 GXs that are officially confirmed are Blaziken Gx and Sizzle Gx. And if we go back to the pack art from Champion Road, we see Sizzle right front row centre, And we see Blaziken just off-centre, but we also see ourselves an Articuno and a Salamence, and of course we know that we're getting Articuno and Salamence. The thing is, we are getting more than 5 Pokemon GX in a set. We always get more than 5 Pokemon GX in a set. So we need a couple of others, and I've got some candidates for you. I made a video recently about Feraligatr Gx and how I think it's coming, and the reason very simply is, if you look at the artwork of Champion Road, Feraligatr is right there on the pack. Just like Scizor, who's getting a GX, Salamence, who's getting a GX, Blaziken, who's getting a GX, and Articuno, that's getting a GX. Although the counter-argument for that would be, 4 GXs is right for a mini set, and if I haven't made this clear already, Scizor and Blaziken are coming in Champion Road, along with Articuno and Salamence. That might be 4, so maybe my Feraligatr prediction will not come true. The other question is, what about Blacephalon? Which I'm probably pronouncing terribly, so I've not looked up the actual pronunciation. Sorry about that. We've got a GX of Naganadel. We're getting a GX of Stakataka. So that actually only leaves us one Ultra Beast that hasn't had a GX. Where's our Blacephalon? Seriously, because it is actually missing at this stage. Could that be coming in Sun and Moon 7? I mean, it's a bit weird if of the 3 new Ultra Beasts, well, I'm not really counting Poipole, sorry, that we got in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, if we're going to kind of have 2 of them, but then the 3rd we're still waiting until Sun and Moon 8, that is a very long time to wait. The other thing is, it is the year of legendary Pokemon. Follow this through with me, ladies and gentlemen. I think you will see a pattern. In February, the Pokemon were Dialga and Palkia that came out as GXs in Ultra Prism. March kind of ruins it, so we're going to skip past that. April, Raikou or Entei. Oh, look at the Legends of Johto GX collection, where we get Raikou and Entei. May, Xerneas and Yveltal, would you believe it? Those GXs are coming in Forbidden Light, released in May. June, Shiny Zygarde. We're getting a Shiny Zygarde collection in June. July, Tornadus or Thundurus. Well, in my previous video, I told you about a Force of Nature GX collection, which is going to be coming out in July, featuring GXs of Tornadus and Thundurus. And then in August, which is when Celestial Storm gets released, Groudon or Kyogre. I am personally convinced we are getting Kyogre GX and Groudon GX in Celestial Storm, and the reason is incredibly simple. We have had, except for Heatran and Regigigas in March, which upsets me because I love Regigigas, he's my favourite legendary Pokemon, I really would like a GX of him, boo, etc. We have had releases in the correct month of GXs for all of these legendary Pokemon. Dialga and Palkia just happened to coincide with our February set. Xerneas and Yveltal are just happening to coincide with our May set. Why would we think we're not getting Groudon and Kyogre in August? As a side note, that means in November we're getting Ho-Oh GX and Lugia GX. Yay! But I refuse to believe it's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. I called it now. I am convinced we are getting Groudon and Kyogre GX in Celestial Storm as well. So to recap, it has been announced that we are getting GXs of Articuno, Blaziken, Scizor, Stakataka, and Rayquaza. We know we're getting Salamence GX because it's also in Champion Road, and I am predicting Kyogre and Groudon GXs. I think it makes too much sense. As for Blacephalon, I mean, just left out in the cold really, which is a little bit sad. Last point, and I'm not going to dwell on this because this really deserves its own video, but in terms of predictions, don't forget that Articuno and Salamence are coming in Champion Road, and they are largely based on old EXs that were released in the old EX era. So given that Scizor and Blaziken are also coming from Champion Road, that means that Scizor is likely to be pretty much a reprint of one of these two Scizors, And Blaziken is likely to largely be a reprint of one of these two Blaziken. But as I've said, ladies and gentlemen, that really does deserve a video of its own to have a look. That's what we know and what we can guess. I know our May set isn't even going to be here for another month, but that does not mean we cannot get excited for our August set, because let's not forget, this set is going to be legal for the World Championships. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about my predictions. Tell me what you think about the confirmed information. What about this are you looking forward to? What about this are you worried about? Go nuts, but be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do that. And do check out Wassy Plays for some Dragon Ball Super and video game action. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.